Well, after United making their first official bid to Inter Milan for Andree Onana, that weighs up to 45 million euros, with 40 million euros of guaranteed fees and 5 million euros of add-ons, Ten Hag has gone ahead to assure Andree Onana that I'm going to make everything possible with the club that I manage, Man United, to see to it that this deal comes to pass, and you're going to be a Man United player. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. We are here to readdress the rumors broke yesterday night that maybe a team from Saudi Arabia has gone ahead to really issue a bid or a very lucrative deal to Andree Onana to counter his transfer to Man United. That has been really cleared out by a very good source that is so close onto this deal of Andree Onana to Man United. Mason Mount, ahead of his unveiling as Manchester United, as a Manchester United player, has been seen in what we call Chelsea. Chelsea is on the border of Manchester and Merseyside, so he is that side, and obviously we really know what it's all about. And lastly, we are going to discuss about the plans of Ten Hag. You've heard of the games that we're going to play on the 5th and 6th of August. What is the plan of Ten Hag as far as those games are really concerned? We are here to bring you the latest news and information coming in from all the 3 stories I've given you a glimpse about. So, Rokan David is my name. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel, because we are left with few subscribers to hit 14,000 subscribers, and continue to do the needful by subscribing to this channel so as we really hit the milestone that we've been all waiting in for, that is 14,000 subscribers. Now, let's start it off with Ten Hag, as the Lord has given us chance of life to really present to you. And he's saying Ten Hag has reassured Andree Onana that Man United are willing to do everything to sign him this transfer window. And these are the tactics that managers use to really convince players that don't go anywhere, don't be moved by any player or any team to really make you leave the club of Manchester United. And guys, I'm sorry, in the previous video I came out and said that Andree Onana is 29, yet he's 27 years of age. So Andree Onana is 27 years of age, and that is, he's like 2 years away from hitting the prime age of a goalkeeper. So I'm sorry about that. Thank you for everyone who came in the comment section and told me about that. I really appreciate for your corrections. And in the world, we never stop to learn. We never stop to learn. And it was just what we call a slip of a tongue. That's it. But I apologize to the viewers of United Matters channel. Now, Ten Hag has to do this because he knows that all he has is his words and his work that he has gone ahead to put out at Man United for the first season. That is it. But minus that, there is nothing that Ten Hag has to reassure the players to come to Man United, because look at the deal of Kim Min-jae. We never had the money, money that is available to sign players is really little, that Ten Hag won't find himself in a situation of really putting it up to where it's supposed to be. And as it stands, it looks like it's something that everyone is not giving attention to. But the fact is, Ten Hag now has just to talk to these players to reassure them that you are going to be a United player and you're willing to get this deal over the line. That is Ten Hag for you. And as it stands, he has gone ahead to really reveal to us the word. It's reassure, meaning that he had assured him at first, and now he needs to reassure him, because United and how they conduct their business is really weird. It's really weird. With the saga in the news that David De Gea is said to have talks with Man United on his future, yet he's now a free agent. And at the same time, we are vying in for Andree Onana. Then we are into for goalkeeper. Is it Gilo or something of the kind that really starts in between the stitches of Feyenoord? This requires for Ten Hag to get his phone again or a video call and talk to Andree Onana, because he needs to reassure him that we are going to do everything to sign you as a goalkeeper, because of the uncertainty at United as far as the goalkeeping situation is really concerned at the club of Manchester United. Let no one lie to you that we are really sure of what the plan is. United's transfer plan is off. It was off the moment we saw to it that we reached May when the Glazers had not green-lighted the takeover of Man United. Whether it would have been Sir Jim Ratcliffe or Sheikh Jassim Al Thani from the Qataris, it would have been okay, because you know that there is a person in total control of this club. But the Glazers are trying to really forge out stuff, you know, on how to really go through this transfer window with us as fans just kept into the dark, because we need to be kept in the know of what the takeover is all about. So the uncertainty has caused Andree Onana maybe to really raise suspicions that maybe United might turn heel on me. But Ten Hag had to hold that phone and tell him, we are going to do everything possible to sign you as a United player. That's what the reassurance was all about. And when you add all those dots, David De Gea, Dean Henderson being thought of to be a United #1, then Gilo, that goalkeeper of Feyenoord, United interested in him. So it shows you that we are just trying to really feed it, and that keeps Andree Onana's mind oscillating, right? And yet that oscillator needs to settle. His mind needs to settle, and that's what Ten Hag is doing, to settle the mind of the goalkeeper, because he knows what it means. If at all it's not settled, he can easily say, I'm not going to Man United. And obviously United has been given a deadline by Inter Milan that by 20th July, if at all this deal is not done, then you aren't going to really sign this player. So Ten Hag had to go ahead and obviously get that phone call, talk to Onana and reassure him that as we're at Ajax, the reunion is happening at Man United. And I'm excited about Andree Onana, very good goalkeeper that has gone ahead to prove himself at different levels. And there he comes again. This is the Gazzetta dello Sport coming in from Italy, telling us that there has been no bid or contact from Saudi Arabia to Inter Milan on Andree Onana. There is a willingness between all parties to agree a deal with Manchester United soon. Onana wishes to join Man United. Now, that story was broken by James Beng of CBS Sport, that United have found themselves in a situation of really getting a threat from Saudi Arabia, and it has been rubbished in there for you. And being it rubbished, you'll understand that Inter Milan are willing to sell the player, and they are willing to cash in for 53 million euros, right? I think pounds. So that is like 60 million pounds. That means United is 15 million pounds apart from what Inter Milan wants, meaning that they are going to put out every story that is going to really force Man United to really get this deal over the line as soon as possible. That's why when James Beng put out a story that Saudi Arabia, Al Nassr were into the Andree Onana deal, we saw to it that the first bid of United went in. So after that first bid went in, we just have to really wait and see what Inter Milan's reaction is going to be, because they got this player on a free from Ajax. That's it. They got him on a free from Ajax last summer, and in a space of just 12 months, they are earning close to 50 million euros for the player. And it will be ridiculous for Inter Milan to reject that amount of money and call in for 60, because this player, you got him on a free. You got him like a sign-on fee of like 5 or 6 million euros, and now you're making a profit of close to 50 million euros. And why don't you let him go? You know, because he is okay to go to Man United, and you're getting a huge lump sum of money from Manchester United. Let the player go. Let the player go, because these chances happen once in a lifetime. That's why for me, I was telling United that, all advising United, or really putting up my moted opinion that United should go in for Jan Sommer, 32 years of age. He's like Andree Onana. The only difference is the age, that they have an age difference of 5. And I think that's why Erik Ten Hag wants Andree Onana, because of the age. 27 years of age, that means you can build your project onto him for the next 6 years. At the age of 33, you might have brought in another goalkeeper that can really go ahead and obviously go to the next level and obviously replace him in as Andree Onana at Man United. So let's wait and see how that happens. But Ten Hag is doing his job. And what are your thoughts about Erik Ten Hag reassuring Andree Onana onto making everything possible to see to it that he joins Manchester United. And what a cheer up from our manager, and it shows you that he's a very good manager when it comes to really assuring these players, as it is really wanted in this business of the transfer window. He's acting like their father. Now, Fabrizio Romano has told us that Mason Mount's medical was fine and successfully completed, waiting for Manchester United's announcement. Mount expected to share his goodbye message to Chelsea. Then Manchester United will unveil Mason Mount as their first summer signing. Obviously, that's going to happen that way, as it's the norm. It's the order of the day that before a player finds himself in a position of obviously getting himself unveiled at the new club, he has to first go all out and obviously put out what we call his goodbyes, and then he'll be unveiled as a Man United player. But towards his unveiling, obviously, he was seen in Chelsea United, that is in Manchester United, obviously this morning before heading to Carrington to finalize his move, that is Mason Mount. And he's already in Chelsea, and that is him. And there you go, trying to take some tea before he arrived at Carrington today morning. That is Mason Mount doing the needful, and United are set to really unveil him today. In today or tomorrow, expect the announcement to be really put up as far as it stands. So let's wait and see how that happens, as Fabrizio tells us that he might be unveiled in 24 hours. So today or tomorrow, that he won't really skip that duration, according to Fabrizio Romano, and is going to be unveiled as a very huge player for Man United. Now, most of you have been asking themselves, how is Erik Ten Hag going to make it to divide himself and his squad on the 5th and 6th, as we are set to play Atletico Bilbao in Dublin and RC Lens at Old Trafford. Now, we've been told by United Stand that Manchester United's pre-season fixtures against RC Lens at Old Trafford and Atletico Bilbao in Dublin on the 5th and 6th of August will consist of two strong teams made up of mostly first-team players that will likely be supplemented by the best players from the academy. So that is a hint coming in from the United Stand, one of the biggest fan United channels and Twitter accounts available. Now, if you are to really paint a very good picture for this, that means in Oslo, as we play Atletico Bilbao, we might be having like Tim Heaton in goal, Aaron Wan-Bissaka right back, left back, Malacia, central defense, Lindelof and Lisandro Martinez. Then central defensive midfield, we might be having I think it's going to be Scott McTominay. If at all you don't sign another central midfielder, Scott McTominay, Donny van de Beek, and Bruno Fernandes. You might anticipate such a midfield. Then you'll have to see the likes of Anton Martial leading the line, and maybe Marcus Rashford, right? Then when it comes to Old Trafford game, Andree Onana, if signed as a goalkeeper of Man United, will be in between the stitches. Diego Dallo, right back, left back. You'll be having Malacia Terrell. Then central defense, you'll be having Rafael Varane and Harry Maguire, because you anticipate that Harry Maguire will be available unless otherwise go in and sign another right-sided centre back. Casemiro, Mason Mount, and Fred, midfield three. If at all Fred doesn't leave, then you'll anticipate Amad Diallo, right attacking midfielder, Alejandro Garnacho, and obviously a centre forward that we've not yet known that would have been bought in by Erik Ten Hag, maybe Rasmus Højlund, to read the line at Old Trafford. So that's it. And I think players like Aaron will be on the bench, Shora Shoretie, Alvaro Fernandez, Charlie Savage, and very many others. They'll be mixed up. So wait and see how Ten Hag is going to go ahead and do that. But it depends onto the structure, onto the signings that Ten Hag is going to go ahead and obviously get from the board of Man United. So guys, your thoughts on to Ten Hag reassuring Andree Onana, welcome in the comment section below. You make about Mason Mount announcement, and lastly, the 2 games that Ten Hag is going to play on 2 days as we get into our season of 2023-2024 as we prepare for the game of Wolverhampton Wanderers on Monday at Old Trafford. I sign out for now. See you later as I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I'm out.